Hello everyone, my name is Jolteon,
And my name is Sapper.
and today it's gonna be an important topic. Recently, I know in TF2 we always play on the Skial servers, but as of today, well, starting from today, I think I'm going to be doing is staying away from Skials now. I just don't see any fun in it in Sky anymore. I just don't see fun in it. It's just the same thing over and over non-stop, and it just gets a little bothersome. So it's just the same thing over and over. There's really no challenges, but I wish I do expect.
I mean, you want the challenges like jump like back then what the OGs did and all that.
Yeah,
I
when
kind of want that too. I want that too.
like actually doing objectives, you know. Like I know there's some game modes that represents those objectives, but not a lot of players dedicate towards that. Most cases of players I do know of,
They just want to do deathmatch.
basically that's what it is. They just prefer kills and strange grinding. That's most that I would care about. For me, I don't care about those kind of things. I prefer to be more towards the doing the objective, which I'm a defender, and I like to fight against players that are very offensive. It gives me a purpose to actually do something.
To defend, right?
Yeah, but in Skial, most of the time now, it's hardly anything.
It's just getting harder and harder day by day.
Yeah, not just that. It's just multiple players that keep you countering, you know. It's always non-stop negatives and something that's pretty embarrassing to actually talk about. However, I'm not gonna address the names. Basically, they keep whining about, you know, why do I defend? Why I'll have Sepper, you know, pocketing me, even though it's the other way around. But most don't
They
want
just
to
don't
listen.
listen.
Yeah, they don't want to listen. You know, Pi Bros in general don't need medics. They don't. Oh, we don't. To be, as a matter of
I
fact,
mean, and truth be told, Jolteon does not need a medic. He really doesn't.
like back in the days, I have no medic. I will really. I even tell medics to stay away from it. I don't want to be healed while I'm Piper and engineers. But if a medic decides to help out, well, that's fine. I'm not gonna say nothing negative. But like I said, it's getting much harder now based on how players will see it. Someone complained that, oh, you have a pocket because you want to farm kills. No, that's not the case. Pipe Bros do not farm kills. We have no intentions to farm kills. But
The last one wasn't ready.
no,
okay,
there's only 5.
Oh, there's not 6 anymore?
None of these cars. These cars are different.
Okay.
These are the new ones. The other car are 5. That's why it's a bit
Okay.
longer. Well, I was saying was that what was the last thing I said?
About kills and all that?
Oh, okay. They think that I have a pocket for a reason is because to farm kills and whatnot. First of all, I don't care about kills. Second of all, I don't care about getting like max stranges or Sexton Hail or I don't care about that. My old account, I had Sexton Hail weapons, but that's not because of farming kills. It's just as a pipe bro, supposed to be doing, it's supposed to protect and whatnot. However, I really don't. In the past, I never liked how MX help me. It feels weird. It feels so different because you have that little itch behind your head that you don't want the medic to die while doing your own thing with the pipe brewing. Oh,
Move
by
it
the
back.
way, the cranes are automatic now.
I can see that.
Okay.
Move it back.
Putting it on 10th gear on the regular.
Continue on. I'll tell you when to stop.
All right.
Actually, I do have something to say.
Hmm?
I'll tell you one thing. It's being a pocket is not exactly easy when you're like pocketing a pyro. It's like you gotta worry about a lot of things and all that.
Like in your
Unfortunately, the way I do it, it's a lot more stressful on my end. I do something that a normal medic should not do. Instead, what I do is that I basically think of two things at the same time. It's stressful on the head. It really is. Isn't that right, Jolteon?
yeah.
I've taken the factor of two things at the same time. It's like I'm using two brains. You can stop her now. I'm trying to do like two things at the same time. It's very stressful. And I'll tell you one thing. It takes a lot of mental fortitude at the same time to do what I had to deal with.
And you're
Consistently, essentially being an outcast all the time. Every single
yeah.
time you're considered an outcast. It's like you don't follow what everyone else is doing. No, you just want to pocket. You don't want to pocket the pyro. The thing is that I don't know you. I don't know you at the moment. I'm willing to pocket people if I know you. I have a requirement. You need to be able to talk to me so I can get reconnaissance on what's happening. Okay, I need to worry about that. I need to worry about this. I need the information. The only reason me and Jolteon can do it without speaking to each other is because we know each other's play styles so well, right?
Yeah, but in
We know each
your
other's play
in your opinion, which one do you believe is more stressful, being a pipe bro or being a midi bro?
Pyro's a lot more stressful. The thing is that I'm gonna tell you right now, I was trained by a Pyro. And it wasn't Jolteon that teach me, it was a different one. He stopped playing, unfortunately. And again, with all how it is now, with all that stuff, he did play on Skial before, and he said it's a lot more different than he used to remember.
Like in a good way or in a bad way?
Bad way.
Yeah, it figures.
It's not the same. You can move her back now. Move her back. Like always. And he told me himself, even that Pyro's medic said that it's nowhere near as hard as being a Pyro. Even he said it himself, Medbro comes second, Pyro comes first with the hardest. Because Pyro, you have to worry about possibly protecting your medic. Due to how I do it as a medic in a completely different way. And unfortunately, it does get on Jolteon's nerves most of the time, right? What I do.
It does, because the playstyle is very different to what I'm used to with a nerd person. But it's not.
It works.
It works. Yeah, it works. It's like putting both our different playstyles into one. It's taxing, but
it's chaotic, but it works.
It works, yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. For example, the medic style I'm using is more mental around. It's more. You can stop her now. Even Jolteon knows that my playstyle is meant more around willpower only. Isn't it?
Yeah, basically in your case, you have a hard time finding fun in TF2. Like, no matter the silliness you try to figure out on every class to make it funny for you, you just don't have the passion for the fun anymore. And you're not the only one. Sometimes I feel the same way. For me, I enjoy a good battle. I love good battles in TF2.
The thing is, I haven't found a good battle. That's the problem. I desire good battles. I desire it.
Like,
remember one time I was on. Actually, one time I was on this. It was a meltdown server. Which the thing is, no one should go into that unless you are prepared to be part of the sweatiest of sweats. Right?
Yeah. But I only go to Skial because what I know of in Skial is it's always active. To the point that it's always chaotic and full of, like, madness. But apparently, based on my first appearance of it, at first it was something, but after that it got so dull to the point that
what me and your states are in right now, it's just we've tried for months to make it, right?
To make it work, but there's no good battles. Like, even though the push would be heavy, it's not something that you gotta worry about. It's basically a basic
Party stopper.
most basic thing to counter or to encounter. But the thing is, let's say they push and you prevent them from pushing, you did your job defending, and then they talk smack towards you. Negative, insults, threats, harassment, stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. You're playing a role that you don't see most people do.
No. The thing is, that's the cost of defense. You have to be against everyone else. You're against the flow. You become an outcast. Hence, that's the mental taxing part. You have to resign yourself knowing, hey, people are not going to like me for this. Once you assume you accept that factor that you're not going to be liked by others, the closer you are to being a defense person. I mean, I've killed some players as a medic, and they said, it's like, no, you cheated. Like, I don't cheat. I just know what to do.
And the funny part is, you're playing on a controller, which is harder.
And on a controller, it's definitely harder, but the thing is, I know to overcome those weaknesses of mine.
Like before, your sensitivity in your controller is a lot slower until I gave you advice to increase it every time you get used to it. So the more you increase, the more you can turn around, which it actually helped you a lot more.
And negated one of my weaknesses.
Yeah, because I saw your old video, like a very, very old one, how fast you blew your sensitivity screen compared to now. There's a huge difference. Before it was like it's almost like you're just stationary. Now it's more like you can actually look faster.
What I really recommend you, it's only if you feel comfortable. I take leaps and boundaries to increase sensitivity. One time I legit took it up straight to an extra bar and I adapted to it. It's determination at the end. You gotta be determined to get better. That's what I do. Whenever I get killed, I see it as an opportunity to get better. Don't take you being killed as like, oh, you got a lucky shot. The thing is, that's just the negative way to look at that. That's a negative way to look at it. Whenever I get killed in any game, I see it as like, okay, there must be something I can improve on here. There must be something I'm missing. The missing puzzle piece, right? That missing puzzle piece that we need, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, you have to search for that missing puzzle piece. It might take you hours, it could take you a month, it could take you it could take hours, it could take a month, it could take a month, it could even take even a year. The thing is, are you determined to find that piece? If you're not determined to find it, then you will not improve. The thing is, that's how playing in TF2 works with me. Is I don't care if I get killed. If I get killed, I see what I messed up and I try to improve on that. Jolteon has seen me do this multiple times. I get killed by something and I come back stronger and faster at that moment. Do I not?
You do.
I don't see it as a negative. I see it as a positive, saying I could do better. And there's nothing wrong with dying. There's nothing wrong with being killed. Take that as an opportunity to say, what can I increase in myself at that moment? What did I do wrong here? What is something I can do to make sure I don't get killed again?
Because before, like, you know, you think maybe like, oh, Jolteon been playing for like non-stop every day, and that's why he's so good at the game. No, that's not it.
It's determination.
The thing is, I have broken my arm, which my right arm to be exact. It downgraded my skill in TF2 so heavily to the point that I did want to just give up from there because A, I cannot recover from almost a year gone. B, just remembering how I used to play as a pipe bro will literally be almost difficult because I had to do it from scratch again. So, but the thing is, why I stayed, because Pybros are very, very hard to encounter. It's a true thing. Like, not every server or not every teammate you're gonna encounter is gonna be Pybro compatible. You know, most Pyros you find, it's a combo Pyro, it's a new Pyro, it's a offensive pocket Pyro, or a flanking Pyro, or whatever. The odds of getting a Pybro in that mix, it's very low.
It's like, put it like this, put it like a scale. Essentially, all those Pyros you're finding, you have like let's put it like this. Every single Pyro, a combo Pyro, all that. You're likely going to find a new Pyro maybe 10% of the time. Combo Pyro, like, how about every single one you find them 99% of the time, but a Pyro is like a 1% out of the time. Something like that, right?
And the thing is, it's like, you need to have the mentality to stay at one spot for hours and hours and hours, you know? It's not like I'm going to stand there for 30 minutes and that's it. No. It's more like you can stand at the same spot for like 6 hours. Just doing absolutely nothing. You know, maybe spy check here and there. And I have been told, like, you know, how can I stay in one section for so damn long and not get bored off my mind? No, I get bored off my mind, but I just ignore it.
Actually, here, let me do the voice I heard. Jojo must be very, very patient to stay in his base all the time. It's like, he moves around in the base, you know. He just doesn't leave it.
Yeah,
we go in, we check around. We don't sit still entirely.
Like,
we just stay in our base. You know what I like to call it? Base defense.
The thing is, in casualized, that's what I will do. Like, most of the time I will do that, but sometimes, yeah, in casual I'll do it all the time. Because, you know, respawn time limit, and there's not gonna be a lot of threats here and there. Like, community server, it's just non-stop here and there, and then, well, sometimes it's just non-stop. And I had to stay by essentially like 24/7. And they'll tell me, like, how can I stay next to it and not move an inch while doing Pybroing for the sentry
with a medic as well.
And the thing is, I never asked for a pocket. I never asked for it. Sapper voluntarily want to be my Medibro.
Do I regret it? No. Is it tiring? Is it exhausting? Yeah. Because remember, as I said earlier, you have to be the outcast. You have to be against everyone. It's like you're going against everyone. And you only have a few allies with you. Mine would be Jolteon, Knight, or other friends. Like, they're my allies, but everyone else is my enemy. You're basically being the outcast. You're being unwanted there, but yet you be there for defense only. You're there with a purpose, not there without a purpose. And people don't realize that. We're there for a purpose, not just for fun. We're here with a purpose to defend. Sure, it's tiring, yeah? But the thing is that you adapt to it. This is where the mental willpower comes in to deal with the negative things, deal with all the negatives. This is where the willpower. The thing is, during one of the things that Jokechan recorded, one of his videos, one of those videos where I was burnt out, at that moment I was on the brink of insanity. I almost lost my mind completely, but I willed myself back. Albeit thanks to the help of Jokechan in the process, but mostly I willed myself back. Jokechan did at least 25% of the work. 75% of that work was pretty much me, my willpower doing it. Wasn't it?
Yeah, I'll make sure you join my company. I forgot to tell you that.
Alright, Jokechan, you take it away.
Slow us down. Yeah, so basically, make sure you're in my company if you gotta do that. But, yeah, you know, it's like, if doing this non-stop over and over and over and over it's very, very tiring. Yeah, it gets tiring a lot, and...
Stopper?
there are points that now it sounds so quiet, or there are points that I sound so tired, and I just keep going. The thing is, you need to have your breaks in between. But for me personally, Pybro is almost constant. I just can't stop playing Pybro all the time. There are days I just don't want to play at all, but then, you know, the back of my head, it's telling me that I have to be a Pybro for today. Which it's very, very exhausting. I lose hours of sleep, I just can't sleep well.
I mean, just like the Pepsi incident.
Yeah, I regret that. I really regret that.
Alright, continue on with the story.
Oh, right. When I drank that many Pepsis in that one episode, I really regret it. I feel so nauseous. I just didn't feel okay. I just couldn't sleep at all. It really, really bothered me to the point that I probably should never have done that to begin with.
No.
But I did it for someone's, for somebody. They asked me to make the joke with Pepsi Man, and that's what I had to do. And
Alright, we're back.
do I regret that? Kind of. But I did it because maybe it was really funny.
It was fun in the end.
It was fun at the end. It's nice stuff. Despite all this TF2 stuff, will we ever go back to Skial? That depends. It really depends.
I mean,
now we may go back into casual again. Despite the bot issues, but
Skial is just,
it's not a good place to go on anymore.
because
Honestly,
we're not really getting anything. I mean, the thing is, people are just honestly, I'm not gonna say right here, I would prefer, I'm not gonna say it though, that's too mean to the Skial people.
well, you prefer bots against them? Is that what you're trying to address?
Mostly. Because you know what? At least the bots give me a challenge.
And that's the thing, you defend well, but if the offensive side is not as good, there's really no point. It's just a stalemate.
I mean, recently, a few days ago, I went on Skial, but I left Skial, and then I went to go play against bots. All an expert. And tell me why I had the most fun. I had more fun playing with bots than I did on Skial that day. Which is honestly insulting, because how are bots better than normal players?
Because they don't talk smack or make insults, they just take it in. Usually, players in Skial, well, some. Not all of them, just some. They will make insults.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There is some skilled players on Skial. There's some.
They're some, but it's hard to
they're not
encounter because they're not there regularly.
Yeah, and essentially, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure everyone's a good player if they try. And I don't count as, oh, I'm killing, I must be trying. No, to me that doesn't count as trying. Trying is improving yourself. That's trying. I mean, sure, like I said, I go against everyone here. I go against Jolteon at some point with what I do, how I play. But for some reason, it works most of the time. It works all of a sudden.
It does work at the end. I mean, he still dies at the end, but there are points he has improved. The thing is that I will try to help Saber, get better if he will allow me to. There are points he asks for advices, and he asks me what can I do with this, what can I do with that. I can only give the knowledge, but to give you an actual in count, what to do and how to perform, that's all on you. I cannot give you that.
That's my determination to get better and better. I'm purely self-taught at this point. I've always been purely self-taught. Hell, for 2 years, I practiced with Vaccinator only. That's 2 years of knowledge underneath my belt. Jolteon knows someone that has... How many years does that person have as Vac?
when the vaccine came out.
Back then.
That was back then when it first came out. I forget what year date that was.
So they had that much experience.
I mean,
Even I know if any of us ran into that person and that with Jolteon, there's no competition. You would not be able to kill him. He's almost unkillable if I'm pocketing him. But that person that he knows can just knows when to pop everything. They just know.
She played back when TF2 first came out, but she also played and vaccinated when it first was introduced. When this was a year day.
Say one thing, this was really good to let this off my chest, honestly.
Yeah, it feels good to get it out because usually just hold us in. Okay, I have to open the website for the weapons. Let me see.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it's just all the stuff that me and Jolteon are doing, it's just mentally taxing. You're just against everyone. And it feels like you're truly alone out there, but the thing is that ask your friends out and just ask them, would they willing to help you out this one time? And if they do, then you made yourself an ally for that time. And if they love doing it.
It came out at 2012. So from 2012 to now, you know, that's how much experience she has.
Oh, it's a she.
It's a she. She knows how to play. She can play her. She plays on a controller. So and she can. She's a beast. I don't know how she is able to do the crazy stuff she can do. There are points I wish I could play with her again. I know it's been so long.
But even she gave up.
She didn't give up.
Well, or she left.
She left, but she didn't give up. She'll only play if I actually give her a call. But it's only for like emergencies to teach someone a lesson. But nowadays, it's not even right to do that. Even for her standards and my standards, there's no purpose to going that far. There's not. It's like you could tell how that person's feeling, and they're all alone. It's a feeling like Pi Bros, for example. We feel alone. It's a common feeling. Maybe some don't feel alone because they talk to people, but for me personally, I feel alone.
I think that's what called me to be your pocket medic, so you're not alone. And honestly, with me playing Jolteon over the years, I feel more of a brotherly connection to him now. That's what I feel. So essentially, me to be his pocket is considered brotherly to me. Isn't it the same for you, Jolteon?
It is. You know, when a Pi Bro and a Mini Bro work together, they could get the job done. When they had to protect an engineer, you know, maybe he wants to defend, they have no one to help him. We do the part that no one wants to do, which is help out an engineer 24/7.
And to answer that question from earlier, there's a reason, there's multiple reasons why. You're alone, but I also felt this distinct urge to help out a fellow team member of mine. I feel the urge to help out. My urge to help can be so powerful that no matter what you do, you will not push me away. Jolteon's tried to push me away before, one time, but he can never get out of my grasp. Once I'm latched on, I'm latched on. I'll protect you until my very last.
Yes, I remember when Sepper tried to be my Medi Bro. He had a hard time. He really did because the play style that I have. But I did told him, no, kindly, if you feel like it's too aggressive, you feel like it's too straining, frustrating, you start to lose your temper, you know, you could stop. You don't have to be a Medi Bro. You could be whatever you want to be, and that's fine. I could do it alone.
That stop me? Did that not stop me?
And that didn't stop you. It just encouraged you to get better. You know, and I see a lot of improvements. I really have.
I can follow a Skial easily. I'll lose him rarely. Like, very rarely. I will lose him. Even Jolteon knows this. I will very rarely lose him. thing is that I pay close attention and I measure that speed. I need to continue with that speed. All right, if you went Scout, I gotta change my movement speed a little bit here. Or my reaction speed, not movement speed, like my reaction speed, how to move faster. Think of it like this. You're playing normally, right? Right, Joe-chan?
Yeah.
You're playing normally, right? And suddenly you switch to something that's faster. You have to adapt to that speed boost. Except I do it in a way where it's just my reaction, my pop speed is faster and faster. Now, does it wear on down on my fingers? It does eventually. Not enough to cause like permanent or even temporary damage. It's just a little sore, and then it goes away after a day, and I'm good. I'm pretty sure even Joe-chan knows about the whole like vaccinator pops can hurt your fingers eventually, right?
Yeah, because I have played as a vaccinator medic before. Hyperwing wasn't my first option in Tier 2. It was not. It was actually a sniper. Believe it or not. But later on, experimenting classes, I did like the vaccinator medic a lot, but I fell more in love with pipering, and that's why I stayed on. I stay as a piper.
Hey Joe-chan, do you have any more questions for me?
Honestly, I do not. That kind of empty out my head.
No. Whatever you want, just ask me.
What's your favorite color? You said it. You said anything.
I thought you already knew it. Well, that's you already knew my favorite color, you fucking dickwad.
I thought it was emerald.
It is. It's emerald and green.
Oh.
Well, and lime. It's emerald, green, and lime. But honestly, at the end of the day, my favorite color is lime. Then emerald, then green.
Is it because it's sour?
Them and lime. You love to see it. Man, this is a good way to end the video, isn't it? Just having a good time with it.
Like, this is actually like the only time, like, possibly you gotta hear us talk this out. Possibly, like, in the next couple of videos, you gotta see us, like, talking differently and seeing different stuff, how we do things. But this is like the most realist.
I mean, we're relaxed right now and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We're relaxed, we're not being stressed out, nothing.
Yeah, right now it's just being a realist, We're just telling you straight from our minds, straight from the heart, how we're feeling, what we're feeling,
Overwhelming stress, but
yeah, it's best to know these kind of things because it's not easy to deal with this kind of stuff. But we do it for you guys. That's the most important part. It's not just for us to feel better. No, it's not the case. The case is, we do it to entertain, we do it to show good examples. Even our playstyle, like defensive playstyle, we show a different method how to do it. Not very common you see people do these kind of things. Maybe you see someone being a soldier doing it, and maybe some heavies doing it, and that's just common sense. But the way how you have to plan everything like a battlefield, not everyone does that. They just do whatever they want. That's it. Even when they turtle on their base, they don't think properly how to turtle their base. Or they don't think how to properly go offensive. It's just spray and pray. That's pretty much what it is. In most player style counter, just spray and pray. For me personally, I treat the game like a battlefield. I treat it the way to the point that I had to go like full commando, whatever. Treat it like an actual Battlefront style game to the point that it's like you have to smart like a war game. It feels like an actual war game to the point that you had to be smart than the other person. Like chess. You think it that way. Like chess is a headache, but it's like that, I appreciate that you guys took the time to listen to all this.
I love that.
It's very important to actually understand, what's going to be.
Pancakes compels me.
It's very important to understand what's going to happen, later on. So I really do appreciate that you guys took the time to actually listen to this carefully. We will be going back onto TF2. We just had to get a week away, at least. And yeah, I really do appreciate everything you guys been doing. Hoping that, you know, you be entertained and whatnot. But that's just all it is at the end. It's all I care about as of right now is just to give entertainment. It's pretty what I'm doing. And I really hope that you enjoy this. You know, this is us being more realistic as possible. Not trying to hide behind a wall and to hide our troubles away.
I take offense to that. I take offense to that. I'm the one that hides behind walls. Don't judge me. And you know what? No, you broke my weakness. I'll hide behind the train instead.
Well, that'll be it for today, guys. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a good one.